Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I am going to do a love oracle for today. Today is Saturday. It is April 11th, 2026. You may follow me on the Attack the Two, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Please take what resonates. It all might resonate. It's affirmations. We're going to use The Price of Love Oracle by Crystal Banner. You can find this at kaleidodope.com. She also has an Etsy shop. Two on the table. Didn't we have this the other day? Three on the table, one in reverse. Six on the table, one in reverse. One more shuffle. You're not going to like this. You're not going to like this. We got seven with bottom of the deck. We've got dream come true. Triggered. Friendship in the reverse. Contract. Redacted. Soulmate recognition. And bottom of the deck is fate. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. It doesn't matter. It's just energy. You were in a fated contract with a soulmate. Okay. A friend. This is a friend. Someone that you thought was a friend. You thought it was a dream come true, like your best buddies. And then you realize there's issues with this friendship. And it triggers you. It makes you realize, like, this is not a friendship. This is not my friend. This person isn't for me. This connection has been redacted, meaning you might have walked away from this person. This person might have walked away from you. You walked away from each other. Now this connection is considered null and void. Like God's saying, it's okay. It's over. You learned your lesson. They're going to learn theirs if they haven't already. It's done. It's over. You don't need to go back to that. Again, this was somebody that was a soulmate. You guys know soulmates don't necessarily have to be lovers. It could be your pet. It could be your mom. It could be your car. Like anything could be a soulmate. You looked at this person as a soulmate, as like someone that you could confide in, someone you could trust, someone you depended on, possibly relied upon. That was not the case. This person, whoever this friend was, they weren't for you. All of this was fated. This was a lesson for you, for them. And you can look at it however you want. You know, we always say like, oh, I already learned this lesson. Like, why do I keep being taught the same lesson? Sometimes it's not for you to learn. Sometimes you go through this, right? And you learn the lesson, and then you meet another person and you go through the same lesson. It could be for you to learn the lesson again, okay? It could be, just to kind of like browbeat it into you, so you don't forget. But it could be their lesson. Like they could be the ones that need to realize, they're a turd. It's just like when I was friends with the guy at work and I fell in love with him, I had asked God, and I think I talked to you guys about this once before. I had asked God, like I thought he had feelings for me. And God gave me a sign, and the answer was yes. Yes, he did. Okay. But I also got another sign. I think like a week or two later, I got another sign. And that was that this young man who I was friends with and then fell in love with, he has his own lessons to learn. Is he going to learn from our connection, our failed connection? Hopefully. But I was told that what comes after is the real lesson for him. And what comes after is the aftermath of his ego and basically his sense of superiority over everyone else. And especially me and the situation we were in together. So whatever he's supposed to go through, whatever he's supposed to learn, that's his journey. Hopefully there was something for him to learn from our journey together. I would say I learned a lot. I told you guys it was funny because before him, I wasn't really ever sure like was gonna love again, and it made me realize I could, for sure. And that whole situation just kind of opened me up to a lot of things that were going on that I wasn't seeing. So yeah, it definitely helped me pay better attention, listen to my intuition, for sure. Again, I don't know what his lesson is. I don't know what he's going to go through after the fact. I don't even really know what he's been through since because, him and I don't talk. I see him at work 2-3 days a week, and that's it. So I have no idea what's going on in his life. I literally have not had a conversation with him since July, August of last year. So, yeah, I wish him well on the journey, and I hope he figures it out, and I hope it works out for him. I hope it's not too harsh. But again, we're supposed to learn things, so I hope it's a learning experience for him. This kind of reminds me of that a little bit. Not necessarily exactly, but it definitely kind of reminds me a little bit. I just figured that was a good example for y'all. I'm going to leave it there. I hope it resonates for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you were entertained. I hope everybody enjoys their Saturday. Looks like it's going to be beautiful here, hopefully. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.